right. Welcome back to the Reggies. Sitting here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. How are we, boys?
Good, mate. Just having a
Sensational
sip of
as
this
always.
fucking ripper of a beer. Hopefully some bastards found the old Bitcoin that's hidden in the lucky stores. So make sure you go and suss that out. And, hey, if there's no Bitcoin, guess what? You get some fucking cold piss.
That's it.
Are they going to let us, like, I wonder if they'll let you know if it's been found or whatever.
Look, if I was running better beer, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But
But you're not.
but I'm
That
not.
is true.
So, I don't know. But
imagine if we got it. That'd be a bit fucking...
Yeah, they
That'd
think
be
it's
no
rigged,
good,
wouldn't they?
it?
well, I wouldn't be saying anything.
Keep that one quiet.
Oh, well, this is our third and final little Origin preview episode for the year. Origin 3 tonight, actually, as you're listening to it.
Yes.
Very fucking pumped.
That's coming up later. We're going to talk a bit about the Ashes first up. A bit of RRLC chat coming up. And, then we'll rip into the Origin. Give you a little multi-bet again. I've actually got something to play for you a bit later.
Ooh.
Believe it or not. That's a
Nice.
little surprise.
Yep.
But Ashes, boys. The Pommies, they got one back. It's 2-1. Yeah. We've got, I think it ends up being about 9 days break now until the fourth
Wednesday.
test next Wednesday.
Yep.
So massive break. The boys will get a bit of time off, bit of a recoup. That was a big three tests, especially that second and third one. I think there was 2-3 days in between.
Yeah, it was a short turnaround.
Look, well played, England. I think Australia have blown a golden opportunity on day one, particularly, to bat them out of the Ashes, basically. Yeah. 4 for 240 we were, and we got bowled out for 260. We lost 6 for 20.
Yeah, credit where credit's due, though.
They did
Good on
bowl
them
well.
For getting one back. Thank fuck, you useless.
It's just never easy going to Headingley, is it?
Nah.
Leeds is a hostile place.
I wish we could, I'm sure we could find something to whinge about of why we lost, other than they were better than us.
Yeah. Three passionate Aussies here.
To be honest with you, that one I probably watched the least of out of all of them. Not because I didn't want to, but fuck, it's hard sometimes when it's just at night time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, as in, it fucking does make it hard. And as much as you can watch the replays back, people who don't watch Test cricket wouldn't understand, but there's a lot involved in the game without just the highlights.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like strategy to build up to get someone out and dropped opportunities and missed stuff and there's so much theatre in it. You can fucking watch it for 5 days. So missing it, you can't really talk about.
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
whole.
Well, it's 8 hours of play, whatever, narrowed down into a 15-minute highlight. Like you hit
I
the nail
do
on the
love
head.
how all the apps and channels do the 15 to 20
for
minute
sure.
highlight
Yeah.
package.
It's
It
better
used
than
to be
nothing.
used to just be a 5-minute
wickets and
all
boundaries.
the time, but
Yeah.
now every app has sort of gone to the mini way, which
Yeah.
is prime.
Which is great. Like that, at least you can get a bit of a narrative,
Yeah,
as
definitely.
to what happened.
Definitely, it was great on day one watching Joe Root and Bairstow just drop everything that came.
Yeah.
to
Oh, Joe fuck ate popcorn.
Bairstow's keeping has been just shit. Besides the whole incident that's gone down and like comparing to Carey's like keeping has saved us a lot this series and it's been unreal. Like
His
just,
keeping has been on
textbook good actual fielding being a keeper. Bairstow's dropped how many? He just looks lazy.
He's in the side for his batting. That's the thing.
England haven't had a consistent outright keeper. They've had Joss Butler come in, who'll be in sometimes just as a batsman. Bairstow in and out of being. They don't have an outright keeper.
They've got one, but he he can't bat as well. And it's just the way they're playing. They'd cop the 2 to 3 drops and miss chances.
Because they'd rather have a better batsman.
Yeah, well, you think Wokes batted at 8.
Yeah.
Did he bat at 8 or 9? I think he batted at 8. So they got 8 fucking proper batsmen, eh?
Yeah, Wokes ended up winning them the test essentially.
Yeah. So I reckon we let an opportunity slip there on day one, and then we also had them 8 for 170 odd.
Yeah.
And we let them get close again.
Actually, that's fucking one thing I did on the Friday night. I sat there with the lads around the fire, watched the footy, and then chucked the Ashes on and probably got to watch it till about midnight.
Yeah.
It pissed me off us not getting them out.
Stokesy again.
Yeah, man, again. Like, I've got to give it to that bloke. He's been fucking very good this Ashes. And I was looking at it and I was going, if we get a lead by 60, I'll be pretty happy.
Yep.
And then they've just proper got under that and I went, wow, we really let that go.
Yeah. So we let it go batting, losing 6 for 20, and then we let it go in the field. 260 was enough. We just couldn't take those last 2 wickets. It was, like you say, it's so frustrating to watch because you're there going, come on, we need this lead of 60 to 80, and yet it
And
turned out
Stacey
we
carts you around, and the whole stadium just erupts.
Yeah.
And the crowd, they've been fucking full on, haven't
Oh,
they?
mate,
And they are proper.
I don't
up.
care who you are. If you don't think that the English fans are the most, like, one, passionate, and two, they're
vocal.
They have no remorse for anything they say.
Yeah.
Some of the chants that get going, man, are like, not even in the cricket, but if you look at the soccer, like the EPL, some of the chants that get around, you're like, can you say that?
Yeah.
Well, like,
And
they
they'd be
just
even
don't
more
give a
filtered
fuck.
now
Well, I
compared to 20,
suppose
30 years
safety
ago
in
too.
numbers. It's like
It's
like the union for crowds.
Yeah.
It's like fucking you can't they can't single one bloke out. If there's 1,000 cunts singing something, they go, oh, what do we do?
Well, you can't do anything. But the players, man, they just have to cop it. And it's like...
But it's not even that, because they'll come to Australia and there'll be 2,000 of them sitting in the sun at the G, and they'll just go, well, fuck yous.
Yeah.
We'll still chant it. They just don't care.
They don't.
So,
It's great.
what do you think about Mitch Marsh, right? Comes in, 100. Unreal. But now, like, it makes a bit of a tricky situation with, like, old Cam Green.
Yeah, you can't really bring Baggy back into the team after
Well, do
Marsh
you-
goes and does that.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
have two
saying you do,
all-rounders,
but I'm
like-
asking, do you just chuck Mitch Marsh opening instead of Warner? And fucking...
Well, nah, Warner's going to... That's breaking news, isn't it? Isn't Warner retiring?
It's speculation.
After
yeah.
the 5th test, he's going to retire from Test cricket and only play 1 days and T20s.
Yeah, well, at the start of the year, it was he'll play
After
his
the
last
summer,
one
yeah,
after
I
summer,
know.
get his big
What's
send
more
off
important,
at Sydney,
keeping Davey happy or winning the
Yeah,
Ashes?
I know. Surely he's got to fire a shot at some
Well,
point.
he did okay last test, didn't he?
He's
Didn't he
made
score a few?
50
He got
and he's made no, that was Kawhi.
With 66, I
Yeah.
think it was.
That's what I mean. He went all right once, but I'm going, if you have Mitch Marsh, Sherry, what are you losing? And then you have two bowlers.
Two
who
spare bowlers.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm going, what do you really lose much having him there to go the tonk early?
You
And
can
fucking-
almost not play one of Hazelwood or Boland and play another batter.
I think Boland.
I
I
just
love
think-
him. He's a cult hero, but he's been average.
No, but
this
you can not
series.
play both of them, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can just play Cummins, Stark, Goggles, Murphy, and then
We definitely need Todd Murphy. That's
Green and
yeah.
Marsh, and
Yeah.
then you got 4 quicks and a spinner.
And you got
I think that's probably the most
Yeah.
likely option.
I just think it's like, what are you? You're not really losing that much runs wise at the moment by
Yeah,
putting
yeah,
Marsh
yeah.
at the start,
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
gain fucking a bowler. But who knows?
The way he hit that ball,
he just
he
crunches
just
it.
murdered it every
That was
time.
one of the quickest. I'd probably not literally mathematically quickest, but I don't know, watching Test cricket, and I think I started watching when he was on like 60, and I was just watching him build, and I was like, oh, I might try and stay up till he gets 100, and I blinked and he got 100. I
Well,
went, oh, well, I'm going to sleep.
I tell you what, not too many times is someone batting with Travis Head.
And
And
he's-
Head's
yeah.
just playing second fiddle, just
He was.
knocking ones and twos around while the other bloke goes off.
he kept the strike. It was fucking
great.
good to see.
And then he comes out, gets a wicket as well, same day.
Just to make it even
what
better.
a day!
Yeah.
Shame on anyone who was at the MCG and booed him that time too.
yeah,
Like-
it's such a love-hate relationship
I
with
won't.
him.
I definitely will stick my hand up and say that I
I had-
cursed him and
Yeah.
fucking blew up when he was in the team
Oh, me
for a
too.
long time. But never would I go to a game and boo an Australian at the G when
Fuck
he was
no.
never.
he was about to run into bowl, man. He says it on a I don't know. I think he says it on Mark Howard's podcast, the Howie Games. Great fucking podcast, that one. I've mentioned it a few times, but he does one and he goes, honestly, and he's smiling as he says it because it was years later or a year later or whatever. But he goes, I was standing at the top of my mark, ready to run in on Boxing Day, every kid's dream, and I was getting booed. And it was like
Wow.
loud as fuck. And it was like, he's like, honestly, I had tears in my eyes. Like, fucking, that's rough.
It's
Yeah,
like
that is fucking
shows
rough.
his character, but to
Oh.
be able to come back,
Wins us the T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
Made 70 odd not out in the final. And just unreal T20 cricketer now, and then comes back and does that. Not only in 2019, where he come and took 5 for in the Ashes.
In the first test, that's right.
And then he's fucking come out and done that. Good.
Well, that was his third ever century, and they've all been in Ashes.
Yeah.
He just loves Ashes cricket.
There was 2 over here in 2017.
Like you said, Groper, too, I'm sure all of us were all carrying on why is he on the side when it was happening. But I mean,
100%.
like you said, you don't rock up and boo your own fucking test side.
Yeah. Not until they've... that's hard because I said the Dogs fans had a right to boo last week.
I'm talking,
but that was
that's
after
why I
the
said
game.
your test side is in your cricket. Like the cricket thing's a bit different.
Yeah, I don't feel like I could ever boo anyone in a baggy green.
Nah, surely
It's
not.
different.
But that was also after the game that they booed. I'm sure if Australia got 700 put on them and then got bowled out twice for 80, like you could boo them off.
That's
Anyway.
circumstantial.
Sets it up for a great last 2 test matches.
Yeah, all we need to do is not lose.
I know.
And we'll retain the series.
Bowlers-wise, what are we doing?
Well, it's an interesting point you make about putting Green and Marsh in, because I think if you put them both in, you can take Boland and Hazelwood out and replace them with 2 batters.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Yeah, man.
And then you bat to 9.
Even one of them, like even pick one of those and put another batsman in and just, I don't know. I think it's worth, I'd like to see it.
Obviously got to see what the pitch is doing as well.
Yeah.
Like it's in Manchester at Old Trafford. Is it going to be flat? Is it going to be doing a bit? Like, yeah.
Cummins keeps his spot, obviously. The
Yeah,
captain.
yeah.
Stark, I
Stark's
don't think.
got it.
Yeah, I don't think Stark's getting dropped at all after last test.
Took 5 for.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't have Hazelwood and Boland in
They
there.
fucking bowled. They bowled Murphy for about 10 overs total.
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
they did not utilise him at all.
That's why I think Paddy's come under a bit of fire.
He's usually the scapegoat. That
The
just
non-Reggie.
gets thrown under the bus. Yeah, he is a
A-grade.
He is a
non-Reggie.
proper non-Reggie though, isn't he?
I think I'd go
Yeah.
probably the traditional Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, and then obviously no Gaz. So I'd put Toddy Murphy in.
Yeah, and then just stick. Then you get who you're leaving out, Baggy Green, or
Yeah, I'm leaving Baggy out.
You're leaving him out.
I just don't think it's not because he's not good enough to play. It was
Yeah.
that Mitch Marsh just stood up and straight away I can guarantee the headache. It wouldn't. It's
I
one of
feel
those
like
good headaches almost.
This
It's
is
like,
what
fuck.
we did with. This is what we've done with players like Mitch Marsh.
Yeah,
is
and then
we
he
haven't-
drops off.
we haven't given him enough of a chance when they were really young, and we have with Green so far, where he's played all the time because he just does enough.
Yeah.
But he's still so young, and I'm like, just
He's
keep him
23.
in there, and he will
That's-
just be a gun.
But I
People
don't
don't
know.
even like debut until they're like 25, 26.
Yeah.
He comes to the international scene.
And
He's
what's-
still so young.
In what sense does it make though to put Cameron Green in now after what?
I know,
So
I
that's
know,
what
I
you
know.
literally just have to simplify it and go. Well, Marsh, you have just kept your spot because you
Yeah.
fucking hit 100 and got.
Yeah, and
know.
you got wickets as
I just,
well.
I
It's
just
almost
think
like
it's
if
that
we were to
simple.
win at Old Trafford, then maybe you could go, all right, Cam, you can come back in because the series is done and just play some cricket, get your form back. Because prior to that, he wasn't anything special in the first one. That second test, his bowling was pass. Very pass.
Oh, yeah.
Especially that over to Stokes where he
Just
just
got-
tonked a full, 2 sixes or whatever.
Yeah.
Just body length.
He was
just
getting asked to
shit.
bang it in short on a wicket, offering nothing. though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Ben Stokes. as
Anyway,
well.
it's worked out great that he was injured. They rested him. Marsh come in and done that. Would have been nice if we won, but
Yeah.
Anyway,
Boy, dirty ways to play the game. I was just thinking in my head then, do you know how do you do the old underarm ball? And there's been a few grubby acts like that. If we had one game to just draw, right, and we just had to draw, could you put in fucking 10 dead set opening batsmen and just bowl pies and just fucking never get out and just grub them with a draw? Like,
put in 10 batters.
well, why the fuck not? They can all just rip pies in. Like,
Well,
I'm like, could
that is. You'd never get the cunts out.
I know. It'd be a draw.
No, I mean but they're gonna play. Yeah,
They'll
it's
declare,
interesting.
and then we'll just fucking tonk them for 10.
Just
cunts in
11
a row.
batsmen versus 11 batsmen. See who can win.
I just mean that could be a tactic, like a
Bit
different
of a
tactic for a draw.
against the spirited game tactic.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Never
Very
been done.
against the spirit.
Yeah, I bet you it's never been done.
Oh, when you said like the underarm, I was thinking I was not thinking 10 batsmen at all. That was not the unsportsmanlike
10 batsmen and
conduct.
Cummins.
Yeah, like you couldn't do you couldn't do the other side with bowlers because they just get fucking out straight away.
Yeah,
But
and then
like,
you got to hope that they.
Yeah, it would
With
be
batsmen,
each team
you
would get
just-
10 or 20.
everyone just
It'd be like
bowls
the
a
Thunder
pie.
last year. in
We'll
the
stick with the
fucking BBL.
traditional side, eh?
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Lucky we're not the Australian selectors, eh?
Nah. Anyway.
Real hardcore fucking stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
Next
We're
Wednesday,
intelligent.
Next Wednesday night, it'll be first. Hopefully, we can win a toss and do what's best on day one. You know,
Yeah.
because
Have they won all three so far?
yeah.
It would be. It'd be nice to line up one night on like night 3 or something, maybe on the last test where we can come in here and put a session in, actually watching it.
Yeah,
Like,
even if it's just a
fucking-
morning session.
It's
Sucks.
hard, eh?
Yeah, it is a shit
It's hard
timeline,
watching
man.
it by yourself. Was it Friday night? Was the last day, or was it Saturday night?
Saturday or Sunday was the last
Sunday
night.
night was. Yeah, it was. That was
Yep.
day 4.
Yeah,
Because I tried to after our big night up Gundoon, I tried to
yeah.
fucking stay up and watch it. Fell asleep straight up. Nah, I watched a few wickets, but yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
No, it'd be interesting anyway.
I'm looking forward to it. It's livened up the series. I'd still take 3-0 every day of the week, but
The stats
it's not
on
bad for the game.
wickets and runs, just purely based on like not regarding who's won. I think the runs are like within 100 runs of each
Very
other,
close,
and
eh?
we've taken like 5 more wickets. Like it has
Yeah.
been, it's 2-1, which is still close
It's
as well.
been
but
very
it's-
close.
This is the closest Ashes series I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since probably that 05 series.
Yeah.
Be a
'Cause that
shame
was-
if Ben Stokes got a really mild injury, like a rolled ankle or something.
Nah, he's done. He won't fucking do anything else for the rest of the
Oh,
series.
You don't reckon?
wow.
Nah.
Touch wood.
Nah.
Yeah, that is a big call.
Boys, I think we've probably got a few new listeners.
Yeah.
I'd imagine we would have.
You'd hope so.
I'm just going to give them a bit of a refresh on the Reggies Rugby League Club.
Yeah, that's
'cause
right.
We
greatest
started a
club on
club.
earth.
Well, it's possibly the greatest team ever assembled.
Yeah, that's it.
We started a club called the Reggies Rugby League Club, the RRLC. Basically, we wanted to start a team. It was a rugby league style setup. So you had a 1 to 13 on the field, 4 on the interchange. We've got a few reserves, plenty of off field. But basically, we've got people that are elite at what they did as a sportsman, but they were proper, just, I don't know. There's no other word to explain it other than they were a Reggie.
That's right. And us coming up with the concept of the show, we wanted to give the listeners a real rundown of what a fucking Reggie is, because it's a very,
It is confusing, as we've seen.
That's right. It's a confusing term, and people think Reggies are just pie-eating fat fucks. But
useless.
Yeah, that's right. But the people what we're saying are blokes who are the elite at their fucking sport, really good sportsmen and that, but they also play it up and like the dog's eye and stuff like that at the same time.
There's a big difference between playing Reggies and being a Reggie.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
right. So blokes like Andrew Johns, he's fucking one of the best ever. Shane Warne, these sort
Benny
of lads who are
Cousins.
the best at their fucking game, but they knew how to fucking hook
They
in
just
like
had
a
the
true blue
Reggie in them.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
Shane Warne is a prime example. The late, great, the king.
yeah,
He is... That's why he's the captain of this club.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. He is the captain of this club.
John Daly as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Blokes
John
like
Daly, exactly. So I think I get sent in the most videos on Daily.
There's so much content.
So much content on Daily.
Oh,
eh?
'cause
Of
he's
course
still
there
getting
is,
out and about too.
because Johns can't just go and have a run in the NRL and that, but Daly can go hit a golf ball whenever
Yeah.
he wants.
Yeah.
So he stays relevant.
I
Which
wonder
is
what he
great.
charges to go and have a round with him.
Oh man, it'd be a bit, I reckon.
It'd be
eh,
worth
the
it.
appearance fee.
Fucking oath it would. Surely we can afford that.
Probably just free piss,
Yeah.
which would cost
Just
you a lot.
shout.
Nah,
some
free
darts and
diet
piss.
cokes and darts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we've come up with. We've got blokes like Tommy just said, Benny Cousins, Shane Warne, John Daly, David Boone,
Roy Simons.
Roy
Yeah.
Simons. Well, how good's that?
Cult heroes as well.
Wanted to take a pay cut so he could go fishing.
Scotty Minto on the Sting.
Yeah.
We got Minto in there, so he's probably the anomaly.
Anomaly.
We've got
So
him
he's
in
a
there.
cult hero.
Yeah,
One
he's
of
a
those
cult
bloke
hero.
everyone-
He's not. He wasn't the best, but he had to go in on the wing.
But
There's a
pretty much we
statue
wanted
on him at
to
Caxton.
bring us up to speed on what the idea behind the RRLC is, because we've got some fucking merch coming very soon. It's the idea's there. It's on the way, you know, and some jerseys, some fucking baggy Reg hats.
Yeah,
like
the baggy
that.
Reg. We're going to drop that, I reckon,
This
tonight
week
or
or
tomorrow.
tonight. Yeah, it'll be very
Yeah.
soon. Keep your eyes peeled on the
Yeah.
socials.
The hat's
for
been
the
made,
design.
and we've just sort of plonked the emblem on there.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to tell what it's gonna fucking.
It's
look
the
like.
greatest.
It will be the
It will,
greatest.
yeah.
And
But
they're
yeah,
going to
so-
be like extreme limited edition, those things. So
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
don't
to get
go
around that.
wearing around ruining it. You want to fuck. By all means, wear it, but keep it in good.
Do
nick,
whatever you want
because
with it, but-
in 20 years it'll be worth millions.
get in quick because it's going to be fucking, they're going to go.
Yep.
But yeah, we're happy with the side. We're happy with the club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
basically.
right. Like we were talking about, like prior to the show, we need to fucking bring it back up so it's relevant in conversation. But in saying that, we're not just adding blokes to this fucking prestigious club willy nilly.
Yeah.
We've got a great lineup there, a great fucking mob of blokes that we can refer to as this is what a Reggie is. So moving
Yeah.
forward, they're the blokes who will always be in the club.
In the management team, we've got Bob Hawke as the chief executive officer, Tommy Rodriguez is coaching, George Rose is managing, fucking the big Daryl, the big man Broman, he's the dietitian. We've got a couple of team strappers, because we're going to go through rolls and rolls and rolls.
That's
of
where most of the
strapping
budget
tape.
will go.
Rodney Rood and Reg Reagan, they're strapping ankles.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's more
That's-
team morale as well.
bloody
right.
oath.
And like we've said, when we selected them, you can do that course in a fucking week.
Yeah. Imagine the piss up with these blokes.
Yeah, the Mad Monday.
If you don't know who
Silly
David
Sunday.
Foster is, look him up.
Do your research.
That's
Fucking
right.
We'll
oath.
come up with the greatest athlete of all time.
Actually,
He statistically
statistically.
is.
statistically the
That's
greatest of all time. Righto, boys. We've got a segment we run on this show each week, and it's called the Squeeze of the Week.
Sure do.
Brought to you by the Standard Squeeze. Now, they've just brought out this new item, and I'm sure everyone was screaming for it
Oh.
because they had a 30mm chamber, they had a 100mm chamber, they had mini squeezes, extra larges. They were all there, but they didn't have what everyone that I know likes, and that's a double.
Yeah.
We love a double.
Well, see, this is where a double comes in. Like, it's winter, you got the fire lit up, right? It's a fucking real comfy spot to be. I love drinking me rumbans in a big ass Yeti or something, right? That insulated cup. However, one nip just doesn't quite do the fucking job. So this thing's perfect. Squeeze her up to the top, boom in your Yeti, fill her up, and you're fucking kicking back. Actually, fuck the Yeti.
Yeah,
get
get
the
it-
4-in-1.
Or the 2-in-1.
yeah,
Get
Two
the
in
4
one
in
is
or the
fucking-
2-in-1.
Yeah,
Please.
that's right. But
Great.
you know what I'm talking about. A big ass cup. This thing, a big ass cup. This thing goes perfect with it. Measured for you.
And there's even some ounce measurements on the back if that's how you measure your drinks.
Well, there you fucking go.
You
Caters
can
for
get
everyone.
new stickers too. New stickers, 4-in-1 cups, snapbacks, which I got on. Get on thestandardsqueeze.com. Check it all out. Give them some love on the Instagram and the other socials as well. They're doing a great job.
Code Reggie15 as well.
That's
15%
right.
Yes.
off.
Use
15%
Reggie
off.
15. Now, who is the squeeze of the week, boys?
I got a nomination.
Oh,
there
get-
wasn't too much, but this one just stood out to me because of his off-field antics. Freddie Fittler, what the fuck have you been talking about in the media? Like we said last week, been smoking a bit too much, and he still clearly is because he
I'm
come
happy
out
with
and
that.
said, "Oh, I don't really know what my plan is for Gutho." Like when everyone has been thinking
That was
"Oh,
quoted, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
quoted. It's like, why is Gutho on the bench if you've got Reece Robson? He went, I don't really have a plan. Why are you putting tarps
That's
around the
good,
fucking
eh?
field of training so no one can see as well?
'Cause they're
What are
all
you,
kissing
what
their
are you
dads.
brewing up, Freddie? You are not brewing up anything. I can't wait to win 3-0
They've
and
all
just
got
make
their
it look
dads
even
in
better
there,
too.
you
Yeah,
reckon?
they're all doing a bonding
Yeah.
session with their dads. A bondage session.
Well,
Just kissing them.
I've got one too. You might want to go with Freddie. That's fine. But this bloke cost his team the game on Sunday afternoon, I believe it was. Titans versus Dolphins.
Yeah, this was the only other one I could think of.
The Dolphins are what? They've played the ball maybe 10 to 20 out from their line, and prime field goal position, extra time, and fucking who was it? I can't think of his name. Aaron Clark has run about 5 metres offside, and he got there to the kicker first, and he got called offside 3 to 4 times. And so you watch it on replay, and you go, "Did the ref fuck it?" And then you look at it, and you go, "Mate, you were offside."
I agree with you. That's 100% a penalty. He's offside. There's not even an argument. The only argument is, were they fucking onside when they tried to have a shot at 40 out the other end?
Yeah, so I thought about that as well, and the referee will let it go. Do not get me wrong. He will let it go. If you're 1 to 2, I reckon.
Yeah,
he'll let it go
area, right?
in that situation. 100%.
And if it's not in his fucking vision,
but he was calling him out.
He was standing next to him, and he sprinted way before, and he called him out 3 to 4 times, and he still went and done it. So I just think, you fucking idiot. You've just cost your team the game. Yes, he may have kicked the field goal anyway, but you got to take that chance, obviously, not give away a penalty straight onto the sticks.
I'm happy to give it to Erin too. That's a girl's name, so
it is.
I reckon you can cop it.
Okay, Aaron.
Well,
Freddie's going to get covered.
I reckon he's going to probably get it next week. So.
Yeah, he could easily get it.
Yeah, that's right. I want to give him squeeze of the week, and somehow they pull off some deadly thing.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Don't want to jinx it.
What about, I think, Captain of the Week, boys? Now, this one's brought to you by Country Tracker Caps, the one and only, the best cap maker on fucking planet Earth. Head to thecountrycompanies.com for all the big knucklers designs he's already got whipped up, and head to countrytruckercaps.com to design your own for any business, parties, fucking stuff like that. It's the only place to go to get a cap. It's fucking brilliant.
I love how you can make your own.
It's such a fucking...
so unique.
It's everywhere as well.
It's unbelievable.
It doesn't matter what design I see, I can pick one of his hats from a mile away.
Yeah, mate. He's taken over.
He's all over it.
Fucking legend too, so that all helps. But I think, mate, the Captain of the Week brought to you by Country Trucker Caps has to be fucking old Swamp.
Yeah, Marshy.
Mitch Marsh.
Mitch Marsh. Like,
Just the
big bison.
The whole comeback story, what we just talked about, getting booed, comes back, does that again in England. Did it 4 years ago, makes 100, takes a couple of wickets, and just goes, fucking, I'm still here.
It's a given. Well done, brother. Fucking well done.
Great stuff, Swamp.
Yeah, on ya. I remember seeing that when they did the test documentary first on Prime, and it was rain delays in that Ashes series over in 2019. And he just gets around it, eh? He was fucking sitting there just keeping the morale up for the boys. Just good bloke to have in the team, I reckon.
Regardless. Oh, yeah, for sure. I reckon he'd be great around morale. Yeah. Like you say. The videos that get around fucking...
Yeah, he's sitting there DJing.
Dancing and shit. Carrying on when the rain delays are on. Fucking funny.
Good on you, Marshy.
Fucking oath.
Jinx.
Yeah, that was... Great minds think alike.
Now, boys, before we rip into the Origin, I've got a little surprise. We've got a great friend of the show. He's sending an audio clip for us to wrap our ears around. You might know him.
Okay.
You might know him.
Reggies!
Oh, I do know him.
Fucking hell, that spat like me you wouldn't fucking believe. Spars the Brisbane Horseman here, boys.
Hey, mate.
No, he's not live. What's he doing?
I know the boys have previewed and given their multis for the footy, but I thought I'd chime in 3 deep with a little 3-leg midweek racing multi.
Oh.
But before I do that, I've got a couple of things to address. To the bloke who messaged in and thought I had Jace at the age of 14 years old, listen here, son. I couldn't get a fucking root in a garden when I was 14 years of age, let alone father a child. And to the one and only social media superstar, Tommy Gale, mate, this is not strawberry blonde, it's dirty blonde. So, just on top of that, on Dermot Cup Day, did I follow Todd Smith and Corey Hornsborough when they went to go and get fucking sunscreen and bully? I don't think so, champion. Give it a rest, you blokes. I'm proud to call Jason, mate, but no, I'm not his father. If I ever one day do have a son, I hope he ends up just as good a bloke as Jace. But he won't have any fucking wear near the hair colour that Jason's got. He won't look anything fucking like him.
Hopefully not.
Anyway, boys, where the multi comes from this week is the esteemed Grafton Carnival. It kicks into gear tomorrow on Wednesday. The prestigious Ramornie Handicap is tomorrow on Wednesday, today, while you're listening. And tomorrow's the Grafton Cup on Thursday. I found a sneaky one to throw in Melbourne to make it a little three-leg multi for the Reggies punters. So Barb's midweek multi goes as follows. Wednesday, Sandown, race 8, number 10, Time Quest, an importer's son of Time Test. He'll be screaming for the mile after impressing over 7 furlongs last start. Matty Smith elected to take B Shin off and put C Newitt on. No real negative in my eyes. I'd say it's probably got something to do with the weight the horses carry. He's one start, track, trip, and on the going for one win. The mileage is just a logical step, and only bad luck will beat him. On to the next 2 legs over the Grafton Carnival, as I alluded to earlier, Wednesday and Thursday, the 2 features on the days, the Ramornie Handicap Wednesday, Grafton Cup Thursday. There's 2 horses here that need no introduction to the Reggies listeners, Deepaw and Zoom On. Wednesday, Grafton, race 7, number 8, Deepaw. He was my best bet a few weeks ago and duly saluted for the Reggies punters. Pissed up. And Thursday, Grafton, race 7, number 2, Zoom On. Rocket's been all over this fucking thing. Won the Caloundra Cup last start in impressive fashion, led throughout, and I think he'll do the same thing on Thursday at Grafton, boys. Wednesday, Grafton races, race 7, number 8, Deepaw, into Sandown, race 8, number 10, Time Quest. Into Thursday at Grafton, race 7, number 2, Zoom On. Beautiful multi, boys. Boosted on Blue Bet. You get $21.38 at the time of recording. It's Barb's out. I'll preach again to the Reggies in the morning when the mighty Maroons have made it fucking a beautiful whitewash of 3-0 against them dad-kissing cunts. Cheers, lads. Happy punny.
Good little midweek surprise.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll post that tomorrow straight up.
We will. Make sure
Because
he's get on it.
it is on early, obviously, Wednesday afternoon.
That's right. We'll put Barb's thing up with all our little multis. We're going to chat.
Yeah, with our Origin one, which we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
But anyway. I've snuck him in a bit early there before we did our multis.
Yeah. No,
But
that's all right.
fucking fair enough too, because you thinking that he's a redhead is fucking beyond me.
Yeah, I reckon there's a hint there.
It's just, I listened back to us yarn last week, and I just went, he's not a fucking ranger, surely.
I reckon there's a bit in him. I reckon there's a bit in him.
Yeah, right.
You know, he's probably 1/16th or something.
My
Yeah, that's
argument
what
was
you
just
said
that I've
last
seen
week.
lesser redheads than him claim it.
I do you reckon, Jace, that there's a bit about him?
Because I'm purebred.
Just because you
I
don't go to sunscreen before the races doesn't mean you're not a fucking ranger.
I'm
It just
purebred,
means you're not
so
scared of getting sunburned.
I don't claim any non-purebreds.
No, I'm not saying Barbary is a full-blown. I'm just saying there's a bit of red in him. It wouldn't surprise me if he popped out a little Redmond. That's all I'm saying.
Look
There'd
at
be
my
a glint.
parents.
If Barb said me,
That
old
is-
boy's a ranger, I'd go, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My parents said Pedro's got a ginge beard, but he's always had black hair, and my old girl's brown hair, and then they went and popped out 3 reds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Purebreds too.
Yeah, anything is possible.
Pures. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
We're
Right,
taking Storm.
You'd be
Unlucky.
worth more, though. 'Cause
sorry,
you're pure.
Babs.
Yeah.
They're fucking, yeah. You're worth fucking
I could have been
heaps.
sold for millions as a little kid.
Yeah.
Purebred red.
Don't worry, Barbs. I've got a bit of fucking red in the beard when it
Yeah, it all
grows out
comes.
too.
Everyone's got a bit in them, surely. Right, we'll move into the Origin. There was a little bit that happened in the AFL, a little bit in the NRL, but let's just move into the Origin.
Yeah, there wasn't
eh?
anything too crazy.
That's what we're here for.
Great win by Richmond, I'll say that. And then the Eagles didn't lose by 1,000. They only
No,
lost by a
80 odd.
nice 80 odd. So,
Yeah.
Are we going to put our tips in now? Or
let's
we'll
do
that
it when we're blind.
Yes,
tomorrow.
fuck yeah.
Tommy's Crows did go down, so you're out of the eight.
They did. That was a great game.
I
of
literally
footy.
have in my notes about them going down, insert Tom's sad squawk in brackets.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was a big game too. Big for the
It
Bombers.
was massive. And, it didn't matter who lost or won, but now Geelong are in the 8.
Yeah.
Because we beat the Kangas.
We did predict
We
that.
have a fucking tough run home I had to look at
Aww.
too. Like, it is going to be hard for us to, like, hopefully we keep in the A. But this week, Bombers.
Well, if he's good enough.
Week after that, against Lions at the Gabba, which I will be at with Corey Horsburgh.
True.
Yes. Week
Nice.
after that is Dockers at home. Should get a win.
Does he support Geelong too?
No, he's a Lions fan.
Oh,
So it'll be even better.
that's better than Geelong.
You just hate him because you're a Hawks fan.
Yeah, true.
Then we got Port, then Collingwood, and then St Kilda,
How's that for a fucking
and then Doggies.
double whammy?
There's one team that's not in the A that we're versing, and that's Freo.
Well, that's good though, because if you're good enough, you'll jump them all.
Like, hopefully it was so righto, we just fucking pin the ears back home, stretch, get a nice fifth.
Yeah, yeah. And I think for once, the league went how it was meant to.
Yeah, besides probably Doggies, but
But
Rabbitohs
Rabbitohs had
heaps.
so many out.
That was their reserve grade team, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean the Titans, Dolphins. That was a flip of a coin. So and it ended up being that. Whereas everything else
The
was
flip
like,
of an Aaron Clark.
I think if you didn't have fucking 2 from 2 after the first 2 games, you just off.
I think I got one wrong. I think I
Same.
did tip Rabbitohs.
I got the Titans.
Yeah.
Fucking Aaron.
Yeah, I got Rabbitohs.
Yeah. Oh well. And
Toby
that could have went
Sexton
either way.
just comes back and plays the fucking best game of his career.
Yeah.
He killed
Anyway, we'll get into the next round as well. A few big outs. A few big outs for me.
Yeah.
Payne Haas not playing, which
He's in the
makes
gym.
sense.
Saw Broncos post photo today and he's in the gym squatting and shit, so he's
Yeah.
Can't be too
it's
bad.
a foot injury or something. So
Yeah.
they'll probably just rest him. But tell you who's a big in, not in, but he's been named number 24 in the number 24 jersey for Penrith. Anyone have a clue who that might be?
Nathan.
Nathan has been named as a reserve
Yeah.
Really?
right.
in number 24. So
Surely you wouldn't
whether he'll
rush that.
play or not,
Yeah, but
They
they,
don't
would,
even need him at
they
this
wouldn't
point.
rush it though.
No.
He would be 100% ready, and they would still do that. I reckon.
Yeah.
As a,
He could come in first week of finals and play like hasn't missed a fucking beat.
yeah. I think it's different from when he got suspended that year for 6 weeks.
because
though,
he could just be fit as fuck the
Yeah,
whole
he
time.
would have been so determined.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Strings are so fucking.
Oh,
Like,
if you
oh.
overdo it and you rush it,
Yeah.
you will have problems your whole fucking
If you
career.
overdo it, you'll do a peck.
Yeah, you'll be turbo.
Righto, let's get into it. Origin.
Fucking oath.
Let's go. Game
I'm
3.
pumped.
I'm just as pumped.
Mate, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Even though it's a dead rubber, I love this shit.
Fucking
I
hell.
wanna
And it's the
fucking
last
rub
game
salt
of the
into
year
those
until
big
next year,
wounds.
and that actually makes me sad. But I'm
Yeah.
fucking
That way, hey.
I'm pumped, mate.
Yeah.
I've got a fucking bit of an origin spiel here for both sides, and I think starting with the New South Wales dad kisses. Now, it's not all negative with the selections here. I think, like previously mentioned, there's a few smart moves here, I think, from Frederick. And I'll go through the decisions and moves that I like personally. One that I didn't mention that I like from a New South Wales point of view is Yo not being the starting lock.
You didn't like it?
No, I like that he isn't the start. If I was a New South Welshman, if I kissed me dad on the lips, I would like the fact that Yo isn't at lock starting because I think this makes the halves get the ball more
Yep.
and Yo won't take over first receiver every single play.
Yep.
Cameron Murray can obviously still ball play, but I don't think he'll insert himself as much as Yo does.
Yep.
Very
So
different players as well. those
Yeah,
two.
so it'll give the boys a fair bit more, which will give the halves a bit more time. Another positive, like I said last week, I think the state of origin mentality is spot on with the players such as Jakey T, RCG, Cody Walker, Brabham Best.
Yeah.
The hooker rotation, surely Robson starts again, and if he does and Cook doesn't play in the centres, I think Damien Cook is a big threat for Queensland around the ruck with Teddy sniffing off his hip.
He
Yeah,
used
definitely.
how they wanted to use him in game 2.
Yeah, so like obviously that I can't see them not doing that. If they don't do that, then once again Freddie's a tripper, but I think they will.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely something to Queensland watch. For Queensland to watch, he's got a couple of firebrands in the back row. So Liam Martin, in my opinion, built for state of origin.
Possibly been their best player.
I think he has.
Game 1, he definitely was.
Yeah.
I reckon he has, man. And Keon Koloamatangi, like previously stated, in my opinion, should not be playing State of Origin as his first preference is Tonga and not Australia. However, a big threat out wide, great player, and one to keep an eye on for Queensland.
Yeah.
Will that be Munster on that side defending?
I think he will be on the right, so...
Be Cherry out.
Money's left side.
Yeah, so
it probably
it
will
will be. So I reckon that's a massive job for him.
Yeah, it is.
On
That is a fucking great call. Negatives. Cody's defence. Even though I think Cody Walker has a great mindset for State of Origin, he is not a great defender.
Not at all.
Queensland definitely need to try and isolate Cody and send Nane at him. I had a look at the highlights from last time. Luai was on the left. Nane will be fucking running at him.
Yep.
So that we are stupid, especially attacking the line, if we don't try and isolate him.
Yep.
And even if we don't isolate him, that means that going out the back, that defender stays in to help Cody defend Nane, and we create an overlap. So I think that's a fucking massive point that we need to target.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
As a team. And obviously the main one, the bench. So going off this, surely Yo and Saifidi will be playing up front, maybe looking for a mobile pack with Yo.
Well, that's sort of what I was going to allude to is, can you have Yo on the bench at all? If he's not playing 80 at 13, don't pick him.
That's what I was thinking today, but then I thought, well, why can't he play front row?
Yeah.
So,
Fucking massive.
so obviously he's going to play, well, not
And he used to
obviously,
be a back rower as well.
I think, I was looking at it today going, you idiot, but then I was going, righto, what's he actually going to do? And I went, he has to play front row,
Yeah.
which means to me that Murray plays 80 in the middle at lock.
Yeah. Which you can do.
Which you can do, but
It's a
that's...
forward pack that can get shuffled around as well, though. It's like
Yeah.
Murray can play edge, Gerbo can play lock,
Yeah.
Yo can play all three.
Yeah.
And
Which, yeah.
Gerbo will play massive minutes. He
Yeah.
always
Yeah,
fucking
100%.
does. But that's a great point you make there, Jace, because he might play in the pigs for 20 and then the poor cunt, his rest will be at lock.
yeah, it'll be right. I just go and tackle your hole out and do a bit of ball playing.
Yeah.
I
But
think
yeah.
there's reports that Spencer Leniu has been training his hole out and they're considering bringing him into the actual 17. So I
Dropping
wouldn't be-
Gutho.
That's what if he's coming out and saying, maybe
Don't know
I've
how I'm
jumped
going
on
to use him. Yeah.
But
I
I
don't
think...
know. I'm going to use him. Spencer Leniu comes in, boom, that's
Yeah.
your three forwards, and then Robson's your utility.
But see, if they're going to, I think if they're going to use Yo as a front rower, Spencer Leniu's better than Yo on the bench there. If
Yeah,
Yo's
yeah,
coming
yeah,
on
yeah,
as a
yeah,
front
yeah.
rower.
We'll
Like,
be fucking.
Wait.
As a Queensland, I will
Spencer,
Maybe they'll
not
drop
like
Yo.
to verse him.
Well, fucking maybe. But
Yeah.
Spencer is literally a great bench fucking front rower. His energy and leg speed that he
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
on with is fucking prime. I've always been a huge fan of him at Penrith.
How's the poor bloke, just squashed his nuts
Yeah.
not long ago?
and the
Fuck
poor
no.
bloke because he's going to Roosters next year.
Yeah, well.
But that leaves, I think, Cook and Gutho on the bench, potentially Robson, but I reckon it'll be Cook and Gutho. And I think where Freddie has gone wrong is you either have a second hooker or a utility on the bench with three forwards.
yeah.
If you have both, you're making your forwards work too hard, which is going to cost you late in the game when they are fatigued. It's
Agreed.
one or the other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
either
Oh,
have...
I couldn't agree more.
I think you have fucking Cook there for 80, and then you can have Gutho if you want. But, it's just that thing where...
It'd be
it's-
like us trying to pick Walsh at fullback, Kalen Ponga, and Harry Grant. On
Exactly.
The bench.
Which
Yeah.
we'd go, what the fuck?
We'd never do it.
Yeah. But, that's what I reckon. The Clint Gutherson selection is ridiculous. In my opinion, in State of Origin, you can't pick a player to fill a spot on your bench just in case there's an injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's silly.
how does
It's silly.
Gutho get used if there is no injury?
Probably like Hines.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't
which
have
is
come, Hines
crazy,
wouldn't
man.
have come on if Turbo didn't get concussed.
I just think
in
it's
the
too
last-
full on of a game to not have someone that's definitely got their role they're going to play. You can't just be like, oh, see how you go, dude.
Yeah.
If they're gonna, if he's picking like Gutho based off his position and the whole logic with picking Gutho, I would have had Drinkwater instead anyway.
yeah.
Can cover the same. You can Drinky could slot into 5'8"
Matt
if
Burton?
he needed.
Oh, yeah.
Cody Walker gets knocked out like he did in that Origin a few years ago. Bang, in goes Drinkwater.
Yeah.
Oi, but
like
maybe
Drinky.
Teddy gets KO'd and Freddie is a genius, but
Yeah.
it's a fucking very risky decision on.
Yeah.
It honestly doesn't matter.
He does love a concussion, Teddy.
He does.
In
But
game
anyway,
3 of
that
Origin.
was me spiel for the fucking Blues, lads. What have you sort of got? Have you got anything off the back of that? Like, what do you reckon about the
Honestly,
team? And
I pretty well agree with what you said.
I think the Yo one is just a big one for me. I don't know. Murray on the bench makes more sense in a fact that Yo can play 80 and then Murray can probably play a few more positions. But I like your point about him playing front row.
I think that's what happens.
He'll have to play front row.
He has to.
I agree with you, Tom, with Cam Murray starting and Yo off the bench. But I think my logic is Isaiah is a workhorse, yeah, but it's just this year, I don't know, his form hasn't dropped.
Dude,
Cam Murray is a more exciting Origin player, I think.
Do you remember
I
Yo
don't think
playing
I've
in the centres for Penrith a couple of years ago?
I remember playing second row.
He's played in the centres a fair bit. Like this, I'm talking back when he was a bit smaller, leaner, and fitter or whatever. But I mean, he's not a stranger to that position.
Yeah, he's
So,
not.
but I mean, yeah, I just looking at it today, I was proper looking at it, going, just think about it with an open mindset. How would you use those players you were giving them? And Yo has to play front row. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Cam Murray, I can't think of a bad time, like a game where he's played shit in Origin.
No, he just works his hole out.
He's
Eh?
they're both absolute workhorses.
His form hasn't been that good this year, Murray, for the Rabbits.
Yeah,
And
hot and cold.
like, I'm not going to say that I don't remember him playing well in either game 1 or game 2. I don't remember seeing fuck all of him, to be honest.
Well, he didn't get used until the 60th
That's
minute or
right.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's
So
been a waste. So now
they've
it's
swapped
gone,
it up.
Bang, throw him in the deep end. see how we
Gerbo has
go.
to play massive minutes.
Which could be hard because he's come off, a month off.
He's played
Played
one game. Yeah.
But it is Gerbo we're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I actually am keen on? And like, I hope we just fucking fold them in half. But I want to see if these blokes that they've picked actually stand up and go, fucking let's go.
Yeah,
Like, I
me
want to see if they bring it to us and it's a proper Origin game where we're sitting on the edge of the couch till the
They
end.
literally have nothing to lose.
So
I hope,
I'm keen to see, man.
I hope Big Bradman is ready to brace for his first hit up after
Yeah.
he's come out and said, I just hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
and after tucking his ears in his cap like a loser.
How's that?
Loser. Who the fuck?
So, yeah, I reckon first fucking hit up he has, he's going to get belted.
That's
but
right.
that's fucking Origin. And he'll get his chance to get one back.
That's right. But honestly, like I said, there's obviously a few things there, but overall, man, I think there's some pretty dangerous plays we got to keep
I
an
think
eye
it's
out
a
on.
great side. Like this, it's easy to say now. Obviously, very easy to say now. But this would have been a great side to pick game 1. Obviously, Moses out, Cleary in instead.
Yeah.
because you're not going to not pick him. But yeah, I just think he's gone. He's gone and done what he probably should have done in game 1.
Do you know what they've done with Gutho? I just figured it out. They've got Moses on the field to whinge to the ref on there. Gutho is going to be Pepper and the touchy.
Oh,
That's what's
in
happening.
the bunker.
Yeah, that's right.
Surely
So,
we'll be able to get a shot of them both flapping.
That
their
would
arms.
be the greatest.
Yeah. But anyway,
it'll
that's
happen.
that's the dad kisses. Fucking
Our boys now.
Yeah. So Queensland.
Just the 2 changes.
Yeah, Queensland positives for me. First off, now we have a dead set, full blown ranger in the
Yeah,
team to
a
insert.
pure bred
anyone
mongrel.
who's played rugby
He's not a
league
mongrel.
growing up or still does knows it's a fact that a rugby league team is better with a full blown, pale, freckly ranger in it.
That's it.
There's something about him.
I love how he's had to come out. And there was that thing that he's been taking anger management.
Yeah.
fucking
With
classes.
Gordon Tallis. What's he going to teach him? Just fuck
Although,
off.
that
It'd
is probably a good-
I reckon he's just behind closed doors like, yeah, I'll take good care of him. Slams the door shut and goes, no, listen here, you red cunt. You're going to lasso everything in sight.
I hope he's teaching him how to fight.
He wouldn't need to. His dad's used to be a pro boxer.
I reckon that's a great call, actually, getting Gordon, because he obviously suffered from it a bit.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, what a time to. This is my thing. Yes, there might be a risk that he gives away penalties, loses his cool, gets sent for 10, but what better game to give it a go?
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking
What the
oath.
fuck have we got to lose?
And he has
Give it a crack.
He has fucking undeniably earned his spot.
Mate, I was
with how well he's played.
He
Yeah.
doesn't stop, man.
Oh.
I was
Does
listening
not
to a
stop.
podcast or a clip the other day online. Who fucking was it?
It was Cheese. Was it
Yes,
Cheese talking
Cheese
about
was
them
talking
doing
about
the-
it, and it was Ruben Cotter and fucking Ginge
Up at the
Horsburgh.
Cowboys.
Up at the Cowboys, and they were doing a fitness drill, and they said Horsburgh just sprinted out of the gate, and he was like, "Oh yeah, do you know like the under fucking year threes across country?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, right, but he reckons Big Red just grit his teeth and fucking hammered the whole time."
Him and
he
Ruben
goes,
Cotter.
and he goes, "There's just something in him," like, and I just go, "Yeah." He fucking gets it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
That is Origin
So
right
just
there.
when I
Fuck
heard him
yeah.
say that, I was like, "Oh yeah."
And he
Like,
reckons
fucking yeah.
he reckons he was a bit more chubbier and out of shape there too. So you can imagine Cowboys team blokes like Cheese and Ruben Cotter, these little fucking machines.
Yeah.
And then especially Cheese, he's known for not being the fittest.
Yeah.
Poking
That is
a pace
unreal,
50 minutes.
actually.
Yeah.
That he just used to have the mentality of go hard and hang on. Like
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
fucking
Like just
unreal.
hearing those few stories, being a full blown freckly rang, I'm just like, fucking bring it on. I can't wait to see him get inserted and just
Can't
go,
wait till
It's even sweeter for me. It's like, yes, to see one of my own
It's a
fucking
brother.
purebred. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, a
It's
purebred,
that is
isn't
a
it?
purebred brother in
Yeah.
the Origin arena. I fucking love it.
I can't wait for him to pick up that interchange card and
Yeah.
just fucking erupt on
It's
the
actually-
I
couch.
might
what-
actually cry.
I'm pumped, mate. It has. Well, when's the last ranger? Napa.
Yeah.
And Napa was red, but he was sort of
And he done his job
Oi.
fucking
Oh,
well.
fucking
Big
yeah.
Pappy
Oh.
did his job.
The worst thing to ever come out of for Napa was the taking of the shoulder charge away.
Yeah,
It fucking
yeah.
ended him.
He just used to full on fucking lean in when he'd
Yeah.
run.
I loved it.
His technique, everything about it was just
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm still
all
salty.
his body weight.
I'm still
into
salty
it.
on the game a little bit because the year that they took the shoulder charge away was the first year of seniors.
For you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I look
for-
forward
yeah.
to just absolutely burying some fucker with a shoulder charge, me whole juniors, and then they took it out.
I have so many moments where I just go, should I just do it? Should I
Yeah,
just tuck
fucking
my,
oath.
should
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
tuck
last
my arm in?
That's the last game I played. Just fuck it.
Yeah.
got
'cause
to
you-
Might do it if we
You
make
do it
grand
last.
final this year.
Yeah, that's
Go,
right.
Fuck it.
apparently you should win. 3 teams in the comp or something.
Yeah, it's a shit comp, but we got the win on the weekend.
Yeah, and
stuff.
that was the first time you beat them blokes.
Yep, we beat Tannum. First time this year coming in. We got one more. We play in Emerald this weekend, and then just going off the Origin chat. We'll talk about my intense, intense comp.
Yeah,
and then I
fucking-
think we got semi-final, grand final.
Oh, so it's fucking almost over.
Yeah, come to the back
well.
end of the season.
Oh well,
But,
that's
so there
good.
you go.
Getting
Hopefully, you
keen.
don't win because you play for the fish. But
Yeah, well, up the fish. Fuck
It's
yous all.
Emerald Fish or them.
oh, that
Or,
sounds
or
awesome.
the gulls. Up the gulls.
Yeah, guys.
Fuck yous all.
Nah,
Just come
Jace
watch
is
me play.
playing
You'll
for
be
him.
sitting there wearing fucking red and green too. You great.
Nah, I wouldn't fucking wear them either.
Just wear a Roosters jersey.
Chip stealing dogs.
I reckon
But
this
yeah.
has got all the makings, this Origin game, of being another classic. Just because they're going to have the home crowd on their side.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've picked a really solid team.
I don't know how the crowd will go either because they would have given away probably 30,000 tickets to fill it. So I don't know if it'll have that big atmosphere, but I think it would be close to capacity, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it's got to be close.
Yeah.
There
What
might be
is
a
it,
few
80
empty-
or 70
Yeah, holds
there?
like 82,000.
And they'll do their little fancy pants fucking walk under the tunnel thing from
Yeah.
the what do they call
Get
it?
inspired by all the other losers.
On the wall.
Oh yeah.
They walk over from the training centre or whatever they call
I
it.
think it's actually.
The Excellent centre.
Oh, that's it.
I think it's
Yeah.
photo frames of everyone and their dads. That's
photos
played.
of them pashing.
But yeah, they do that, don't they? They
Yeah, and
walk
the camera's
across.
on them for about 5 minutes while they walk across, and it's
Yeah.
a big la-di-da thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
that'll be good.
A big thing for me too is the more Ruben Cotter in the middle, the better for Queensland.
Yeah, we've
And
mentioned that.
100%.
so
I
many
hope
times.
that he fucking does start at front row and they don't do the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
Because if Ruben is at front row or if Ruben is at lock, it does not fucking matter. He is just going to run
Yeah.
and tackle his whole out.
Well,
wonder
now
if-
after we've heard the Horsburgh story, hopefully they start them both at
Yeah.
front row.
Imagine
I
if they
wonder if-
both have like a just push each other the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Like just
There's got to be a market or something that Billy will change the forward pack just before kickoff.
Yeah, it's
He'll
glorious.
it's mind games every time. They'll be like, we just need a tame red for 20 minutes when he comes off. Bang, 80 minutes in the middle.
course.
You're fucked.
One other thing that I did like, and he's not playing, but Jermaine Hopgood getting brought in at 19.
Very good.
I really
I
like that. Give him a taste. Definitely a future Origin player, in my opinion.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Same-
yeah.
Same
He
sort
is.
of mould as the Cotter, except I feel like he's got a bit more flashiness about him, like the offloads and the ball play.
Which can be dangerous, but
Can be, but I just think just who he is as a player and how he plays, I'm like fucking oath.
on that, I think they've done the same thing. The Blues have done the same thing with Drinkwater. He's in the 19. I like that.
Yep.
Does that mean that he's going to succeed Teddy instead of Edwards? Who knows? But I really like Scott Drinkwater.
I do. I don't want him to
me
play
too.
because I might start hating him.
Yeah.
It was like Nico. It's like, I don't hate Nico because I think he got fucked, as we've mentioned. But I don't want Drinky to be on the Origin scene too often because I fucking like watching him play, man.
Yeah. He is a gun.
Only negative that I've got in the Queensland team is Dearden at 18th man, like the first game, makes zero sense to me. That should be a player that can play multiple positions. But other than that, I'm happy, and I think the boys can definitely and will get the job done.
I wonder why he's gone and put Harry Grant on the bench.
No,
And why?
he
Harry
started
Grant
Harry
starting
Grant.
and Ben Hunt on the bench.
Well,
Probably just to gammon him.
Yeah, what if Harry you go,
reckon.
nah, we're actually changing
Hunt
it.
will-
But
Hunt
I
will
don't think
start,
it matters, but Harry Grant does come on with that fucking X factor.
but
Yeah,
I reckon
I
Hunt
don't know.
will come on with the same sort of
Yeah.
fire
Yeah.
there too. I don't think it's as big a difference as Robson and
cool.
Cook
Not
to
at
me.
all.
Like whatever.
But it's just
works.
why fix something that's not broken?
Well, maybe, man, it's one of those things with the Horsburgh. It's game 3. We're up 2-0. Maybe Billy goes, I just want to fucking try if the other way works. If it doesn't, they're
Yeah.
still going to do a good job. But if there's anything to try for Queensland, it's in this game.
When you look at that team, besides, I think they've put Dozer in there because it's just worked over the years, but your utility is a bloke that can play. Ben Hunt is the perfect number 14 for Queensland in terms of he can play hooker, half, 5'8", centre, fucking anything. He's done it all. Harry Grant is just a hooker. That's why, it literally makes sense to start Harry Grant and have Ben Hunt off the bench.
Yeah.
But I just think it's weird
If
that
there's
all
an
of a
early
sudden-
injury or something.
Yeah.
I
It's just
just-
weird that he's changed it
The Ben
now.
Hunt thing is why I feel like Dearden's such a weird 18th man.
Yeah.
If you didn't have Ben Hunt and you had someone, I'd be like, okay, cool, fucking, but I'm going, fucking how is Dearden useful there when you have Ben Hunt, one of the best halfbacks in the comp?
Yeah. The
I don't
more
know.
you say it, the more stupid it is.
I know.
Like-
I just want to. I'd love to hear. This is the thing where I wish I could say, "Hey, Bill," because obviously I trust Billy. He's hooking in, and he's proved us wrong with some of the things we questioned early on. I just really want to know the mentality of why Tommy Dearden, who I rate by the way,
Yeah.
and fucking nothing against him. I just think in that position it could do. So
Could it
much
be
better.
just a matter of keeping him in the squad?
Yeah,
Because
but
Cherry Evans
him at-
will give him
yeah.
2 more years.
19
He'll
and
be
20?
gone.
Like keep
Yeah.
him in around the team, bro. I don't know. I just think it's a weird decision. Yeah.
It is because imagine.
Ches gets knocked out and fucking.
Well,
Ben
imagine
Hunt's better than
Fodawaker.
anyway.
Fodawaker fucking or anyone gets injured, they literally need to bring in the 18th man in the middle of camp. So it's bang, you got 2 halves.
Yeah.
I know
But
exactly
it's a
where he's coming
mid-game
from.
thing, I reckon. Because
Yeah.
you're allowed, what is it, if you have 2 concussions? Or is it just 1?
It's one if it's like
On
a
report.
If,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
one if it's a foul play.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
say a center or a winger gets fucking drilled.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah, but
fuck's Dearden doing on the
that's
wing?
a hard one, though. You don't want to go and just like Freddie's done.
Well,
and pick
AJ
Duff up,
Brimson
but-
style player.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like that's one of those sort of.
In a
lads.
perfect world, it would be Ponga as 18th man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And
that
like
would be-
Brimson's obviously playing fullback, but I just mean that's the sort of bloke I think that's an 18th man.
I hope Brimo
Yeah.
kills it, man.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
hope he
me
kills it.
too.
He's been killing it all year, eh? I'm really keen to see how it'll go.
I
Because
think he'll
last
go
time he
good.
did play, that was our worst team in 40 years, and he
Yeah.
fucking played really good. So I'm keen to see how it'll go in this kind of game.
What do you reckon, boys? Like, let's give a little fucking score line. What we think it might be.
Close, but high scoring,
You reckon?
which will prove in my multi later.
But the old Sydney...
I reckon 2016 to Queensland.
It's always a bit dewy there. Oh, yeah.
20 to 16 Queensland, I reckon. Going to be a closer one. Fucking few tries.
I'm feeling like a 24-20 kind of
I
vibe.
know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
To
going to go the
Queensland.
opposite and go look, a bit of low scoring.
Ooh.
I'll go 16-8 to
Right.
Queensland.
I reckon it'll be close at half time, and then it'll just be try scoring. That like 50, 60-minute mark, points will be tumbled on.
Yeah. Righto. Well, I don't think... Yeah, you might be right because they do have like...
We can say
They've bought
it's
Cody
fucking
Walker
Origin.
in, and he's obviously there for his attacking, and he's a shit defender, so
Yeah.
it definitely could be high
Very
scoring.
lazy off the ball. That's what I want to fucking
I
mention
just
as well.
want to know, like, what are they going to do different to score? Because they scored a lucky try, let's be honest, in that second game, and that was
Very
all
lucky.
they had.
It was just sloppy defense.
They
Harry
had a
Grant
lot
missed
of
crucial
ball.
tackle.
They have 54% of possession and so many tackles, and they couldn't score.
Right
so.
on our try line every time.
That's why I reckon Yo it has been like demoted and put into a different position, and Cody Walker's been put in because I feel like Freddie is literally saying, "Oi, you two, like Moses fucking Walker, it's your game." And
Yeah.
Walker is that X factor that you can't defend sometimes, and that's where I think they're hoping the points come from.
Yeah.
However, that then opens up points for us because he couldn't tackle my little sister.
Yeah.
I know what you mean with Yo and Moses. Like that first like 2 shifts. I'm not some tactical genius, by the way, but like you'd see Yo bang out the back to Moses, and then he'd just give it to Luai, and Luai would fucking just throw a big crazy pass out to Crichton or something. They'd literally be on the 10-meter line still, and they'd just have. There wasn't any shape, any direction, any sort of fucking nothing crazy, but even as simple as a block play, man, that you've known since you were 12, like having someone short, hitting someone out the back, they just did not look like they were fluent at all.
And it
Their
didn't
attack-
help having Cook at left centre,
Yeah,
but they kept going left.
Well, I
every
think-
fucking time.
I think, like I've talked about earlier on, that Penrith style of playing is just playing the exact same until a mistake happens from the other team and capitalising, and that's not the way to play an Origin because fucking every player is at the top.
Yeah, I worry about that Crichton and Tyro edge. They're like,
But I
We've
don't.
said it
'cause
twice.
Yeah, that's why I'm stopped
And they've
worrying.
done fuck all, so...
Yeah.
I'm more worrying about the Cody Walker can't defend him shit.
I'm honestly not too worried about him.
Yep.
Seen
Yeah.
him in Origin,
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh,
That's
like
true.
when I say worried, I mean if I'm thinking about anyone who I
Yeah.
think could have a fucking big game
Yeah.
and score points, it's him.
I think he'll stand up. Like if they get a roll on early, it'll suit him. But if the game gets tough,
Oh,
he'll
for sure,
he
yeah,
disappears.
yeah.
He fucking
Yeah, yeah.
disappears. He literally walks around like it just
Oh,
so
and
lazy. It's
and if
pet
you
peeve
send
of
the
mine.
red at him to stir him up a bit,
Yeah.
like surely that's a tactic for Queensland is to get under Cody Walker's
He
skin.
proper,
because-
especially when he's losing, he
Yeah.
Yeah.
does grubby as fuck shit in the ruck, and he will
Get
just
him
give
sent for
away.
10.
Yeah, on
Send
his
the
home
red,
turf.
send the red
yeah.
on and have a fucking just a fucking aggressive.
Yeah, Red, you can get sent. Just fucking make sure he does
Well,
too.
yeah, he's not going to miss out on any more Origin games. I don't give a fuck if he misses Canberra games.
Yeah, we're going to lose a front row for 10.
Yeah,
Make them lose their
fuck yeah.
playmaker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anyway, what are we thinking, boys? Origin to finish off.
Multi, you mean?
Multi.
Multi.
Yeah, Origin multi to
Origin to
finish off.
finish off.
To wrap up Origin, we got more Origin.
Let's just go all night. We'll just go until the game starts.
You right with that, Quinn?
Love that. I'll start off with my multi
Yeah,
then.
go on.
I got a 4-legger.
I guarantee your odds won't be higher than mine.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, you've gone for the Hail Mary. I thought about doing a Hail Mary, but I'm just going to play it safe.
Mine's coming off.
Well, it's not really safe.
So's mine.
It's 4 legs, paying $16.
Okay.
Queensland head to head. I couldn't think of whether to do 13 plus 1 to 12. I'm just going to play it safe because the odds aren't that bad. Val Holmes anytime and Crichton anytime. I'm pretty sure I picked Crichton last time score. Didn't. Pretty sure I picked Val Holmes in the first game score. Didn't. So now they're going to both get over the line for me. And I'll stick with my score prediction. It's going over 39.5.
Righto.
So,
Copy.
yeah.
Well, I hope same thing happens to you last time when you picked a dirty dad kisser in your multi and they scored fuck all.
They can score. They just can't win.
Yeah. Anyway.
Can't fathom it,
Good
can you,
stuff,
Tommy?
mate. No, I just could never, ever pick or hope at all that
How's
they
this
score.
for
What
a
about in
tactic?
2021 when we just got hammered every game? Would you have put a try scorer in there?
No, I'll happily donate my money to Bluebet purely hoping that they don't score one.
How's this for a tactic?
That's why I'm a great punter.
Yeah.
Get on this.
Oi, this is fucking going to win. First leg and most important, Queensland to win. Just head-to-head.
Straight up, head to head.
Walker's going to be a target for us, like I've said 600 times. He's playing on Nanai's edge. Nanai as a try scorer, as it is a good one. Now that Cody Walker's opposite him, he's a fucking shoe-in. Nanai, anytime. Then there's a bloke for Queensland at the moment that is on fucking fire, and I cannot see him missing out, and that's the Hammer.
Tab UI.
So you go Queensland to win, Nane, the Hammer. That's $11 with Blue.
Oh, that's glorious.
Nice.
Little double figures, just
It's a
gets
fucking.
there.
I just think
Three-legger?
Yeah,
I
just
like
Queensland to win. Those two to score. You don't need a million try scorers. You don't need overs. You just fucking.
Yeah.
It's gonna win.
Okay,
shit.
well, I've got all of the above.
Yeah, if you want to go a bit riskier, fucking lose to
Now,
the
I used to do a thing every Origin, and it worked for years. And I'd put Val Holmes as the first try scorer.
Yeah, right.
He scored that many down Blake Ferguson, hope you're listening, down your wing. You never crossed the paint in Origin. And Val used to just print tries down your wing. And back in me Instagram days, I'm not on the gram anymore, but I used to throw a little cheeky comment Blake's way every now and then.
Oh, there you go.
Just be a real keyboard warrior and
Did
let
he
him
reply?
No, but he would have seen it because there'd be like 15 comments and mine would be there going, ha 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 ha. How'd you go tonight? Just a real cockhead.
What a fucking legend. Yeah.
Anyway, so Val Holmes, first try scorer. Could be over real quick for this multi.
Yeah, but at least you're putting it out there.
That gives
Queensland
Southern
1 to
leg.
12 because the Blues are going to show up and actually make a game of it.
Yep.
So Queensland 1 to 12. Val Holmes first try scorer. Slippery conditions down there. Low scoring. Under 41.5.
Right.
You're getting $81 for that
Whoa.
on Bluebet.
Wow.
Imagine if it comes
Val
off.
Holmes first try scorer is paying $17. I recommend just putting that on by itself as well.
It's a three-legger.
It's a three-legger.
Only one try scorer obviously had to
For
score
first.
1 to 12 and then
Under 41.5.
81
$81.
That's actually value for the if Val scores first,
That's
like
your
one
hardest
round.
leg done.
I'm in the queue. If he scores first.
But $81, I don't see how it gets up, but that's prime.
It's outrageous.
So get
Fuck
on to
yeah.
fucking
Well,
Bluebet and put that
the
on.
boys are paying $2.90 to win 1 to 12. I think we're paying less to win by 13.
Well, the bookies just think we're just going to fucking demolish them.
Yeah,
down there.
well, we might.
Oh, I'd
And
love
that
it
might
if we
buy
did.
that. Imagine if that's the leg if we win by 13 plus, and that's the leg that fucks me. That's why I wanted to just go win because the odds are already high enough.
You're
Yeah.
going glory though.
Yeah, I am going glory.
So if you want to go less glory, just go to win, but go glory.
Yeah, and also Val Holmes just straight up first try at 17s, if you don't mind, is a
Yeah.
great bet as well.
Chuck a little fiver on that as well.
Stood up too last game, didn't he?
Burn your check.
Just fucking
Donate
payday.
it all. Invest it all, I should say.
Yeah.
Responsibly.
Very responsibly.
Righto. Well, we'll be back tomorrow morning, straight after the game. We're going to record again. And, I
will be.
reckon,
Try and bring a bit more energy.
yeah, we will.
The last step, yeah.
Yeah.
but
and just like 89, 89, 95, 2010, 3-0 whitewash. Here we come,
13
Queensland.
Hey,
years
did,
since it's happening again.
Did Thurston was on there the other day and he said Lockyer. I remember Lockyer saying something to me, and he said that they all remember the fucking three in a row sort of thing, or the whitewashes. Everyone remembers the clean sweeps or something.
Because they're
What did he
so
say?
hard to come by.
That's what he said, and he's sort of looking at the camera going, everyone remembers the fucking clean
In
sweeps
those
sort of
8 straight, or the 11 out of 12, I don't know if we've mentioned we won 11 of 12 series there.
Did we? Holy fuck.
Yeah, and there was only 3-0 whitewash.
So they, like you
See
said,
how hard they are to
that's
come
how
by.
shit Fittler is.
Very.
He was a part of one in 2000, the Grub.
As
Three-
a coach, I mean, he was a great player.
Oh.
Fucking do not take that out of context.
Too many Winfield Greens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Righto.
On that
Up
note,
the Maroons.
fucking
See
hope
you
everyone
tomorrow.
enjoys the game. Let's fucking go, Queensland.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Fuck the dad kisses.